Hi, Collective. It's Shana. Archangel Michael, banish those monitoring spirits to the flame. Stop freaking listening. Nasty buggers. You think people would spend their last days trying to improve themselves, Collective? Archangel Michael, I ask that you preside over this reading. I ask that you protect me and my collective as we channel, transmute, and harmonize the energy for the highest good. Ashe, Ashe Collective. Collective will be using What's Gossip Oracle cards, the Illuminati Oracle deck, a tool for discerning truth and conspiracy, and Matic Collective. All right. I see my phone's just moving on its own over here, okay? All right. Collective, this will be a DUMS, okay? And DUMS stands for Deep Underwater or Mountain-Based Systems, okay? This will be DUMS number 15. And today we're going to the Qumran caves, okay? I know it's not exactly a mountain, they say, but we're going to these caves, okay? This has come out significantly in the last reading where my internet was cut, okay? So I think this is important, okay? I didn't do too much research on the Qumran. I don't really research them, but this cave is located in Palestine, okay? I believe that it is being controlled, though, by Israel, okay? And this cave is where they found the Dead Sea Scrolls, okay? All right, Collective, let's get started. I don't want this to be long. All right? What's the mission statement there? I'm sure there's activity going on over there at those Qumran caves, okay? What's the mission statement? I'm seeing that card with the fire and the, what do you call those things? Containers, shipping containers? I can't remember what it talks about. Let's keep that. And look, that one's in the upright. Cyber attack, okay? Cyber attack. A cyber incident may soon unfold. It could be a routine glitch or the opening move in a larger game. Even after systems recover, the trust they once held may be compromised. So I feel like this is important, okay, that card was turned up right, okay? Let's get something on that one too at the end. Maybe that'll be a part of the mystery, okay? But it's not a mystery, no. Show me this cyber attack card. Why is this important to this reading? Thank you. I'm getting like a smooth operator, Collective. Like someone sliding in. Like maybe something about slides are important. Getting like a sly fox or something, okay? All right, question number 2. Show me one of their most successful projects. Tennis player in the reverse. Taking down the tennis player. Let's keep this as a mystery. And this one. I don't know. Okay. Show me what's the in-house gossip. Everything's very discreet, I feel, okay? All right, let's pull on my deck for these two questions. What's the mission statement? Okay. What's the in-house gossip, please? Archangel Michael. Thank you. All right. I feel like we should get that one and that. Bottom of the deck, we have Blairsville, PA. Okay, this is like a funeral parlor state for me, collective. Okay, not a state, but location. Something about a funeral parlor here, I feel. Why is this Blairsville, PA significant to this gums? All right. Thank you. All right, we have the reading. Betty, okay? This name is important, okay? Someone's name is Betty. All right, let's go. What's their mission statement? Dums, Qumran caves. All right, so all of your chakras are fully balanced. So it's about balancing out chakras, collective, it looks like, okay? Or this is significant to the operation. Balanced chakras. Somehow. Maybe this speaks about just things operating proficiently, okay, within this whatever collective. All right, let's go. What's the mission statement? That's nice, collective. Growing food, okay? Growing food. The one who grows their own food cannot be starved into compliance. Whether you have a large garden or a small windowsill, start now. Every seed you plant is a step towards independence and abundance. Wow, this looks beautiful. Growing food, being self-sufficient, right? As well as your chakras being fully balanced. I feel like this speaks about self-sufficiency, independence, reliance, self-reliance, something like that, collective. Okay, I feel like that's good so far, okay? What is the mission statement? Collective. There it is. I knew we was getting somewhere with this, collective. Hijacking. Okay, so the mission is to take over one's independence, one's ability to feed oneself. Okay, this is a vital point here. I may have to change this light, okay? Because we all need food, most of us, okay? And if you're not able to feed yourself, then you can easily be controlled. What is wrong with me? My speech, forgive me. All right, you can easily be controlled, okay? As well as it'll throw you off. It throws you off balance if someone can come in and take over your vital centers, collective. So maybe this is about coup d'etats I'm getting, okay? Could be of nations, organizations, or people, collective. Certain types of people. All right, we have the name Betty here. All right, let's get something on the hijacking and we'll move on. Okay, so I think that's pretty clear. Maybe almost like puppeteering, okay? Show me hijacking as it relates to people's food, collective. There's a lot going on in the world today with food, okay? And you can taste that this food is not right, okay? You can. And if you fast and then eat, you can taste the strange ingredients in some of these foods, okay? All right. The hammer's falling, okay? Collective. I'm not going to tell you what I'm getting, though. Let me say it. You know that True Crime Oracle deck, right? The one with the paper type feel to the deck. And that hammer card in there, collective, And that church, I keep saying that that church is somewhere in a desert region, okay? Initially, I get Africa, but it could be in that region. It's right there, right? And technically, I guess that is a part of Africa, but we label it differently. Okay, that's my speculation. All right, let's go. Hijacking. I feel like they want to take over people or other people or their food, their growing system. Okay. And ultimately just, I don't know, collective, clobber it. Neutralize the system. And so that one can't care for themselves, okay? This could be something, this is my speculation, this could be something that's more for this region, okay? This mission, it doesn't have to branch out far. We'll try to see who the targets are. I got eyes in the sky, collective hijacking. I'm getting like drones or satellites, some sort of spying equipment, okay? That's what I'm getting. Could talk about jumping like sky jumping, collective. All right, show me hijacking. Throat chakra, collective, like me. I keep going, struggling to speak, okay? Because every time I speak, people start to listen. And they're like, oh, she's getting started. Let's throw our projections, okay? I let them do what they're going to do, collective, okay? Because I see the finish line. I see what their karma will be for what they're doing, okay? So I'm pretty much at this point where I'm just going to let them do what they do. Let them be who they be, all right? And I'm going to do my best to be me. Okay, but yeah, I feel like it's to take over your ability to speak for yourself in order to advocate for yourself. Just hit you in all the major centers that make you, you know, in order to attack those points that make you independent, that make you free, collective. You need food, right? If you can't feed yourself, you become a slave to the person that feeds you, okay? And then if you don't have your throat or your voice, collective, you can't speak out. You can't advocate for yourself. You can't say, hey, I need this, or why did you do that? Or, you know, you can't really set a plan of action for yourself. It takes away your strength. This is a vital key defense that's needed in order to survive in an environment like the world, okay? All right, so hijacking your throat chakra, collective. Attacking your chakras, mainly the throat here, okay? As well as with this eye, I'm getting the third eye chakra, collective, okay? As well as maybe the crown. So I feel like this is the mission, to destabilize balanced people, could be nations, collective, okay, by way of attacking the food, the chakras, and particularly the throat, and possibly the third eye, as well as the crown chakra, okay? I feel like this is the mission, okay? And to cause a tower in the targeted's life, or whoever the targets are. Let's see if we can get that. Maybe it'll come out here, over here as the targets. All right, show me real quick. I got eyes in the sky. What's that? Hopefully it ain't sky jumpers. In the reverse. They shouldn't have messed with you, okay? In the reverse. So I feel like they don't want you to be able to discern whomever their targets are. To discern who is a friend and who's a foe. Therefore, you make vital mistakes which lead to your ultimate demise. I got eyes in the sky. Sickle cell. Okay. I feel like these are the targets, okay, in this particular case. All right, people who have sickle cell. Could be sickle cell completely, or sickle cell anemia. Something as it relates to that, okay? Because I feel like there's some sort of research going on here, okay? All right. Why is this sickle cell here? How is this being used? feel like they're studying it as well. And this may be one of those blood types that, or not types, but I feel like they're identifying certain people. They're trying to identify who has, what do you call it? Otherworldly DNA, okay? Accurate. Maybe it's something about a card, but I feel like this is meaning accurate. Something. Sickle cell. Why? The hammer's falling, okay? I feel like they want to take down these people, collective. And that indicates racism as well, I feel, okay? Show me this accurate. What does this mean? Maybe they want to, like, map out the DNA. Identify the DNA. I see dirty dealings, okay? Hold on. Let's go. Maybe I'm getting like leeching, okay? Sickle cell or Acura, right? Which one was it? Dirty dealings, either way. Queen of Swords powering up. They don't want you to speak, collective, okay? This could be another Queen of Swords, though, but this is my good card, okay? It's definitely about you speaking up about yourself, okay? Or it's for yourself. Or maybe they don't want you to speak about these dirty dealings. Maybe this sickle cell, this blood, type of blood, makes people privy to certain types of light codes. Okay, they have access to particular types of information via light codes and downloads, okay? And maybe they want to hijack it. They want to usurp it and use it for themselves, collective. All right, the verdict is in. Something about this dirty dealings, okay? Show me. A spiritual cleansing is happening now, okay? So I feel like this has to do with particular types of people with particular types of DNA or conditions, let's say, okay? And they get particular types of information that no one else gets. And I feel like the verdict is in that there is some sort of spiritual cleansing that's happening, okay? But I feel like a part of your downloads, it speaks about whatever these dirty dealings are, okay? That are going on here, maybe in this location, okay, or wherever. All right, let's get this. We're about to move on and close it. Dirty dealings, what are they? They shouldn't have messed with you, though, collective. I feel like it's going to bring down their whole operation. Choose your yidong. All right, someone has magical protection. I feel like that they can't see. Dirty dealings. Okay, so this is it. This is why they want to shut you up. And you know what? Maybe they're just targeting people with sickle cell or sickle cell anemia. It doesn't have to be in this location. It could be anywhere, okay? All right, dirty dealings. It says all members of the criminal elite will be humiliated and imprisoned for multiple lifetimes, okay? They know that you're getting downloads about them, the elite, okay? Let's go. Dirty dealings. Equalizer, collective, and you're coming. I don't know. Your downloads are speaking about their removal, collective, okay? The wicked. All right, show me. Dirty dealings. Pineal gland, collective. Get out of here. You're getting straight downloads based on this sickle cell, I feel, okay? Your downloads are unique, okay? As is, I'm sure, many. But there's something unique about this that they're very interested in. And that pineal gland is definitely the third eye, okay? So they want to stop you from being able to eat, collective, okay? They don't want you to be balanced, okay? Because they don't want you to tell about what they're doing and what they've been into. Okay, so they're trying to hijack you. Hijack your information. Hijack your peace. I'm getting dirty dealing, collective. They don't play fair, okay? All right, let's keep going. Show us one of their most successful projects. Tennis player. I feel like this is someone. Who could I think of, collective? Who was that tennis player? It was a man. Ah, man. Ash Arthur at Collective. That could be the, because we've had that name Arthur come out here yesterday, I think, right? Could be something about Arthur Ashe here, Collective. Let's go. I think that was his name. Most successful project. Change in the forecast. I feel like they changed someone's trajectory. A tennis player. Maybe someone was a tennis player and whatever their interference was, it caused them to stop. Or maybe someone was interested in going into that and they couldn't, Collective, because of some sort of dirty dealings within the criminal elite. Show me. Look at that. All right, most successful. It says coordinated remote viewing, CRV. Okay, uses specific coordinates to access info about distant or unseen subjects through mental perception. So this was a mission, a successful one. They caused someone to change. A tennis player, Collective. Let's see. I feel like they attack their chakras. I feel like they're trying to do this to you too as well, Collective. Okay. If you're a speaker of truth. But I feel this is your protection. Okay. Show me this change. What happened with this tennis player? Because I'm still recovering from all these attacks. Okay. And then the heat. And then the nervous system attacks, okay? And then the throat chakra attacks, okay? So it's a lot, okay? So you may hear me. I may talk strange at times. You can hear it in my voice, okay? All right, but it's going to take a lot more than that for them to stop me, okay? They're going to have to literally, physically stop me, okay? All right, what's going on? Why is this tennis player in the reverse? It's time. No, it is time to come into the holy temple. I feel like they took someone's life, Collective. Maybe a coordinated attack of death magic sent at this person, Collective. Or something to obliterate their chakras and cause a complete ending, possibly, or an ending to their career. Okay? Tennis player, that sounds like going home, Collective, to meet your creator, your maker. The Arecibo message, interstellar radio message, provided info about humanity, sent to globular cluster Messier 13. And Messier 13, I think this is like a galaxy, okay? I don't know, Collective. Maybe they were communicating with, trying to send messages out into the galaxy, out in space. Maybe they usurped someone's downloads. Maybe this tennis player has sickle cell. Okay? And they organized a coordinated attack. Okay, but to do what is the question? What was the goal? What did they achieve? What did they do? Maybe they used this person's eye, the pineal gland. They were able to remote view, possibly through someone else's eyes, in order to get information about the galaxy or a galaxy, Messier 13. Okay, because one issue with their remote viewing, or whatever they call it, when they look into the future, they can't see beyond a certain point. Almost like when you're going and drilling into the ground or the core of the earth, right? They can't go past a certain point. All right. What did they see with this remote viewing? I feel like they get a whole group of people together and they have a target. Space medicine. Okay? Definitely something about space. Hold on. It's something about health. Maybe something about sickle cell collective, okay? But it says hold on, like, someone's passing, but they're like, don't give up. Like encouragement or something. Show me hold on. What are they holding on to or for? Or maybe they prolong someone's life or something. Maybe who was affected with sickle cell. Maybe this was a mission or something to see if it could be done by remote viewing, or maybe they just observed someone with this condition. Maybe as they were passing, collective, I don't know. And they were able to study and learn something through observation, collective, long distance, about this condition possibly. Collective, let me pause and change this light. All right, collective, we're about to close it. Urban flooding. I feel like this could be a part they're targeting, like cities, people where they'll find people with sickle cell, okay? I mean, places where they would find people like that, okay? Not to say it's just in the city, okay? But I feel like somehow they're hijacking visions and downloads, making it so that they can see through someone else's eyes. Like using someone like a vehicle, collective. Like a space vehicle. You hop in and like a spacesuit, sort of like Sky Jumper, collective, okay? All right. What did they learn from this remote viewing that made this successful? I feel like something happened to a tennis player though, okay? Or that was the target. What did they learn from the CRB mission? Collective, we got, this is, I'm getting native lineage, okay? Cherokee truck, SUV. Tennis player in the reverse, okay? Maybe it was a tennis player. Could be something here about Arthur Ashe too. What did they learn? The Tibetan practice of Chod facilitates complete fearlessness, rapid spiritual growth, and severing of cords and attachments. Trauma Nagmo, okay? They learned something about a severe removal or detachment. Spiritual growth. Maybe they learned something about someone's growth as well. I feel like they've been monitoring someone, possibly a tennis player, in secret, collective. They learn how someone, maybe it's about spiritual growth, collective. But it's still dirty dealings, but maybe they're trying to learn something about ascension and meditation and alignment in order to use it in a negative way, though. Show me this. Let's get these two and we're going to move on. Show me this Tibetan practice of Chod. Something about separation. Or rapid growth, collective. Fearlessness. Why is this Cherokee truck SUV here? Urban flooding. And we have Dalton at the bottom, all right? Tibetan practice of Chod. Okay. Sick father, great all his children. Okay, so someone was able to separate themselves from a father. They were observing, I don't know, collective. Maybe they were observing someone as they passed or something, collective. My stomach just growled. Okay. Maybe they assisted someone in passing with this hijacking. And we have an Acura and a Cherokee truck SUV. All right. Was this for Urban Flooding Collective? I don't think I did it for that, did I? No, I didn't. Did I? Leo. This could be this father, okay? Urban flooding. Maybe they watched someone cry, collective. Or maybe there was a flood in a certain area. But they consider this to be successful, a good mission, collective. Let's see. Look at that. Something with Jimi Hendrix, collective. Especially with this Cherokee, okay? I don't know Jimmy to be a tennis player. Maybe it's someone he knew. Because Jimmy wasn't a Leo. Maybe this message is coming from... Maybe this is the message they got. From Jimmy. From Messiah 13 Collective. Or something like it. Because I'm getting the Milky Way galaxy. I don't know if that's what that is, but Jimmy's definitely been on the other side of that Milky Way, collective. Okay, waiting. All right, let's get a couple more. Jimmy, what was the most successful mission for this Dums? Fell out here on his father and sickle cell, okay? And the criminals in the elite. Hudson, collective. You know what I'm getting to? I'm getting something about HIV. Could be. Could be. But this name could also be significant because that name is also with that Nolan Wells, one of those young people, okay? Doesn't mean that's it, but let's go. What is it, Jimmy? Fuselage. Collective. So this fuselage is the cabin of a plane, right? Where the occupants are, but it's also what looks like a phallus, collective. Okay, with Hudson. Maybe they're watching this person, this sick father, collective. I don't know. And this is successful. Maybe they watch this person as they're passing or something. I don't know what I'm getting at with the tennis player in the reverse. Or somebody's a sick father, okay? Could be a sick father that's a part of the people remote viewing. All right, and maybe they're just watching him as he's going through some emotional changes. Show me this urban flooding. I feel like this is just spying, collective, the drug maker. Urban flooding, the drug maker, like flooding regions with drugs. Space drugs. Let's go. Maybe this is what they did. And then they continued to watch this person after they manipulated their environment. Like an observation, a study of some sort, a research. Show me urban flooding. Dalton. Your twin flame is a piece of okay? So they're still studying this whole twin flame thing, okay? And this is why the chakras are important, okay? Because it talks about balance. And maybe something special happens as it relates to the pineal gland when you achieve this twin flame activation, okay? It's something to do with creation, manifestation, okay? What you can create. All right, let's go. What is this drug for? What are these drugs for? Could be, what do you call, recreational. I'm getting space medicine, though, space drugs. Maybe they're using people as well. From people, they're using, once they pass, they're using them to create this space medicine. Okay, like melanin. Look at that, once again. Your twin flame is a piece of collective. And Jimi Hendrix, I'm sure he was somebody's twin flame. Let's go. 500 sex traffickers will be arrested within the next hour. All right, so something about somebody's twin flame, okay? I feel like I don't know if they were watching your twin or this father, okay? But I feel like they were observing this person. Maybe they had him under some sort of medication. And they were watching how they respond as they pass or something, collective, with this Hudson. That's what I'm getting. All right, let's close this out, okay? All right, Archangel Michael, close out this most successful project, okay? So it can make sense for me. Okay, but it definitely has something to do with remote viewing. Coordinated, okay? Identifying a target. And I'm getting like a group of bullies, collective. Simpson, all right? A lot of names. Maybe these are the groups, the names of the people who got together to watch someone, collective, by remote viewing. Ancestral protection. Someone has protection now. All right? And we got Jimmy here. It says the Ascended Masters are considering making you an offer. Maybe this is why Jimmy's here, collective. Okay? In addition to bringing the message. All right. Let's go. Thank you, Ascended Masters. All right, but it involves a twin, remote viewing. I'm getting a group of people, and there's something about maybe this father, sick father, was taking medicine, okay? Possibly for something like HIV with the Hudson, okay? Could be. And they're watching how they respond. How, it's like a research of their passing. Like a strange type of palliative care, they call it, I think. In order to create a drug or something, collective, or they're watching to see how this drug responds to someone, or, you know, how they respond to the drug. They could have sickle cell, okay? All right, we're about to close it. And this, show me this. I feel like this is a person leaving here. Show me Tibetan practice. Yeah, I feel like this is it. Someone passing on, collective, okay? And they're watching. It's time to break free from the matrix. Collective, this is rough. This is really rough. I'm going to detox for a few days, okay? I'm working on not smoking. I want to completely cut these cigarettes out, okay? And I know I put it out there, which means my ops, they're working against it, but that's okay, collective. I ain't scared, okay? I ain't scared. All right. All right, what is this? Fireworks. I feel like someone's going out with a bang, or they did, collective. As well as, I feel like you, this Queen of Swords who's been speaking over here, or a King of Swords, okay? You're going out. You're breaking free from the matrix, collective, okay? And I feel like with these fireworks, they're going to miss you, okay? Because some of you will accept the offer to work with the Ascended Masters, collective, okay? And we got Betty. This could be an ancestor, could be a family member. This could, you know, I'm getting like this could be the wife of this husband or this father, okay? This is my speculation. All right, we're about to close it. What's the in-house gossip? That they got paid or somebody gonna get paid, collected, and that number 14 is very significant, okay? All right, but payday, deposited $1,400, payday. Financial rewards, money rolling in, celebration of success, check cash. All right, they ain't get paid a lot, collective. Okay, let's go. Or maybe they feel like, okay, we did a successful mission, now it's time for us all to get paid. Whoever's a part of this CRV jump I'm getting, okay? Show me. What is it? The in-house gossip, payday. Lyrans, known for creativity and empathy. All right, I feel like the gossip is that they getting paid off of other people's creativity. Lyrans, show me. Tawanda, Illinois, let's go. Cursed gift, let's go. Maybe it was a cat. Maybe someone gave someone a cat that they cursed. and they're talking about it. Maybe they purchased the cat when they got paid, collective, okay? Maybe someone lives in Towanda, Illinois, okay? It's time to suit up, Iggas, okay? I don't know what's going on, collective, okay? Why are they talking about this? All right, let's see. Something about a cursed gift. And we had space. Maybe they're going to suit up and do a space walk or space jump, collective. One day we need to do a reading on the 101 or first infantry or something with the military that Jimi Hendrix was a part of, okay? Airborne infantry or something, okay? All right. And Jimmy did, I read where he did a lot of jumps, collective. I don't feel like they were just physical jumps. These were astral jumps as well, okay? All right, Archangel Michael, in-house guys, so what they suiting up for? What they suiting up for? Forgive me with my speech. It's just hard, I'm telling you. I gotta really, I don't know. Okay, it's time to suit up. Maybe it's a raid about to occur, collective. Maybe they're talking about it. The Fed's watching you, watching me. Let's go. What they suiting up for? What LC, Antarctic or Antarctica? They could know what's going on up there in that those underground bases. Maybe someone's coming, collective, or something's coming, or they're just watching them. Let's see. Betty. All right, that name is important. All right, but I feel like they're talking about something that's coming. Maybe someone's he's all dressed up, collective. Maybe someone's getting all dressed up in their green and to bring in the gift. They're all suited. Maybe they're doing some sort of ritual or something too. Maybe they're going up here to the Wet LC, okay? This area. Maybe it's something. I'm getting an iceberg, okay? Maybe an iceberg is going to melt. Show me this Wet LC. The Ascended Masters are considering making you an offer. What else? Betty. Okay, maybe your name's Betty. All right, let's go. Blairsville, PA. Government agents posing as ETs, okay? This is why I feel like this is the funeral place up there, okay? So they probably having a good time up there, collective, okay? Running that little sick little operation, okay? Let's go. Or a big one. Republicans, okay? Are they the ones behind this? This particular squad, okay? Let's go. Contaminated heating and air filters. Blairsville. Maybe there's something with the air in this region, okay? Maybe something will come out where people have been being made sick with contaminated filters or something. Or maybe they're responsible from this area for contaminating people's air in whatever area you're located, collective, if you're a target, okay? If that makes sense. All right, show me. Let's go. Cyber attack. Hijacking, okay, like hacking. A cyber incident may soon unfold. It could be a routine glitch or the opening move in a larger game. Even after systems recover, the trust they once held may be compromised. Cyber attack. Waiting for the right moment to strike, collective. They're waiting. They definitely waiting for this, okay? Whomever they are. Let's go. All that was hidden is now revealed. Okay, so we know that they're waiting for a cyber attack to attack people, right? They've been working, whomever, in secret to throw people off balance. I feel like there's something to do with like satellites, drones, different things that they're watching people from the sky, okay, in space. And they're part of this government ops with this PSYOP, fake alien invasion, okay? Republicans, I was going to say rebels, are involved, okay? All right, let's go. Bottom of the deck we have overthrown, okay? I feel like they're not going to be able to complete this. They want to overthrow the world, okay? Overthrown. The grip of the old regime is slipping. I feel like this is what's happening to them, okay? And the walls of corruption are crumbling. What was built on lies cannot stand forever. Change is inevitable when the people unite to take back their power. All right, so I feel like people are uniting. This is why it's important that we expose as much as we can what is going on, okay? But there's something special about this sickle cell collective, okay? Let's go. Unbothered collective. I feel like, well, this is going on. You'll be unbothered because you're in alignment. Peace despite chaos. Calm attitude. Detachment from negativity, not my drama. Yeah, I feel like they're still waiting though. They're not going to stop trying to destroy you, or if you're this Queen of Swords, okay, they're just not going to stop. They're going to have to be dealt with, collective. That's what I feel. All right, so I feel like the Ascended Masters, they got something for them. Okay, you have protection, you got a Yidong, and I feel like they need to look out. Choose your Yidong. Okay, so choose them if you haven't. Yeah. What are these people trying to do again? Maybe they're trying to come in like a relationship or an attack, okay? But it says don't play in her garden and don't smell her flower. Okay, Amelia Millie, Lil Wayne. I think it's that one, or it's the other song that's in there. That verse is in there. Okay. All right, let's go. Mystery card 1. This fight breaks out on a commercial flight, so we do have a flight here. Okay, 5 to 7 passengers involved, and we had quite a few little names. So maybe this was a part of their successful mission. And people started fighting on a plane, okay? And they were able to observe it, okay? And it's something about someone passing. Maybe they watched the father pass as well, collective. Or that's what they're doing, okay? Mystery card number 2. You will receive a download for an important new invention, okay? These downloads with the sickle cell, okay? I feel like they're expecting you to do something, collective. And they want to stop it. They're expecting you to do something. Why are these people fighting on this planet? They're out here on sickle cell and don't play in her garden, okay? Status upgrade. I feel like this was a dirty deal in order for someone to get a status upgrade, collective. New achievements. Improved social standing. Lifestyle elevation, next level. Bottom of the deck. Bank account. Money moves. Smart decisions, strategic investments, building wealth, making my money work. Okay, so I feel like it was all about money. Someone needed to get paid. It could have been your twin, collective. Somebody's twin, okay? But they're because they're a piece of shit. All right, collective, like it if you like it.